Let's time today. Today, it's January the 3, 2026, and it's represented by a full moon. This is the symbol for a full moon. So if we want to draw it, we will say that we've got the horizon line here. This is where we stand and we observe the skies around us. Now, to show you, we are in January, and that means that the sun is when it's directly above us during the day, is in Capricorn. That's January, and the full moon means the sun is directly opposite the moon, which means the moon will be directly opposite on this side in Cancer. So now, if you want to see the moon today on January the 3rd, we wait for the sun to set. So this usually is the east, this is usually the west. So if he's directly above us, the sun is risen in the east, is directly above us, and is setting in the west. And now if we turn him and we say that the sun now is going down into the west, so he's setting. So now let's say he is setting, and now he's in the west, so the sun has gone down. And what happens is the moon is rising on the east. So you're going to see the moon rising on the east today on January 3rd. And look close, because you're going to see the magnificent planet of Jupiter. And Jupiter represents relationships, gains. Let's write it down. So you must look to relationships mostly. Unity in relationships. There's gains. And this times certain things for us. So the first thing at times is the fact that Jupiter is at 20 degrees retrograde, means he's moving backwards, shows a delay. The delay is from, when we time it, is from September the 16th, 2025. So what were you doing September 16, 2025? That's highlighted now in January the 3rd, because that's January the 3rd, 2026, which sees the advance in May 2026. So that's this extends from September 16. You see a highlight January 3rd, and you see the outcome in May 2026. And if you look in the past, you want to see the time thread for the past. This January the 3rd, with the Jupiter moon, full moon, it comes from the investment of December the 5th. Look to your diary. What were you doing in 2025, December the 5th? It is the inverse or the opposite to July the 9th. So whatever you're doing then, you're not doing now. And it's also movement from June the 10th. So what were you doing in June the 10th? That was, you're going to see that in January the 3rd. You're going to see the outcome January the 3rd. And so if you wanted to time some of the global news, you would say that in September the 16th, we had US President Trump visit UK for their technological agreement, so that you can see a delay. So let's write that down. That would be, so September the 16th, 2025, you'd have US and UK tech agreement. You have the China and US tariffs, and the TikTok deal that's highlighted in September the 16th. And you also have Israel, and this is just some of the news, Israel's Gaza operations. There was a specific thing launched, Gaza operation on September 16th. So that these see a delay now in January the 3rd, but the outcome comes in May 2026. And that's our timing.